Hello there, welcome back to my Sims 2 Uberhood. My name is Brianna Peppers, and today we are back in Pleasantview, finishing up the very last household before we get to start a whole new round for the first time in 2 years, and I'm very excited about that. If you could not tell, and I've been talking about it for the last couple of videos coming up here, we are here with Hal Cap. He lives in the Pleasant Vista Apartments. This is the same apartment building that the Dreamers used to live in down here. You may recall from Hermia and Dirk's video a while back. They have now moved to Veronaville. Right now I noticed when I loaded into the lot that Dirk and Hermia's old apartment is currently visible, but I'm assuming that once a new townie has moved in here that it will become grayed out like the rest, so that's what I'm hoping. Hal Cap lives upstairs on the floor above where Dirk and Hermia lived, and I did not realize this. I came in today to do some decorating, but I must have done this when I first moved him in and I just forgot. So we already have a fully furnished apartment, which, you know what, I'm glad for it. He was left with 200 simoleons. I'm not sure if he has a smart computer. I don't think he has a computer here at all. No. So I'm not sure what he actually has left in his bank account, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. It looks like Hal's apartment has a very nice new renovated kitchen. I would say this is pretty good. And he has a little organized living space. He's got a trash can, rug, you know, some swords for some reason, which, you know, my fiance likes swords, so maybe Hal just likes swords. Bookshelf, very tiny bathroom in which Hal is currently standing. And just, oh, look at how cute he is. And then his bedroom over here, which Hal is actually a part-time musician as well. So he has his bass over here he likes to play from time to time. As an overview for Hal Cap, once again, he is the only boy, well, not anymore, but at the beginning of a fresh Veronaville, Hal is the only boy born to Albany and Goneril Cap over in Veronaville. He now has several siblings, so he has three older sisters, I believe, two older sisters. He has Miranda and Desdemona Cap. I think Ariel is younger than him, yes, and then he has a younger sister Talia and a younger brother Carter, which Hal and Carter are the only boys, and I love that for them. So this is their family tree. We already know, we've seen every single other sibling and his parents, and we've seen Consort in their episodes, so we can just move on from there. We know already that Hal is romantically involved with Bottom Summer Dream, and he now has the want to get married to her, which we saw in the last episode. I'm so excited, and I wonder if at any point today, or during today's episode that is, if he's going to ask her on a date and propose to her, because in the last episode when we were playing Bottom, we discovered that Hal and Bottom actually have gotten pregnant. At this current moment in time, neither Bottom nor Hal know that they're pregnant, of course. It's still very early. But we know, so we have to use that to our advantage here. I see that Hermia's hairstyle must have been replaced at some point, so Hermia has a different hairstyle in the thumbnail. We're gonna just ignore that. As far as Hal's other friends go, he is extremely close with both of his parents. They're best friends forever. His little sister, or big sister Desdemona. Wait, I think Desdemona and Ariel are both younger than him. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Hal, I think the order goes Miranda, Hal, Desdemona, Ariel. I think that's it, right? Let's go with that. Oh yeah, and I forgot, he is actually in love with Beatrice and Monty as well. There's a whole thing, so with and I probably have talked about this like in Beatrice's episode a while back when we were downtown still. He just kind of had like romantic affiliations, I should say. Not exactly like affairs, because they were never really going steady, but we know that Hal started off his romantic life going out with Bottom, and then as a teenager he met Beatrice shortly later, and also as a teen they were kind of just doing their thing. And to this day, like, he still has very strong feelings for Beatrice, but of course we know now that Beatrice is a mother to Beau Broke's son, and Beatrice has basically decided, without officially saying so yet, that she is going to be pursuing a committed relationship with Beau so that they can help grow their family together. And I also just think that Hal knows Beatrice is kind of a fling from the past, you know what I mean? Like, they're adults now and their lives have changed so much. You can also tell the massive difference between how he feels for Bottom and Beatrice is the chemistry. He only has one bolt with Beatrice, but three with Bottom, which is the maximum if you didn't know. As far as his other family members go, he's not very close with anyone else. I think that he, Desdemona, and Ariel were very close because they were all around the same age growing up in the household. He's not super close with Talia or Carter, of course, because they're so much younger. Oh, and he hates his grandpa. Yeah, I don't even know what happened there. As for everybody else, this is just kind of like a big family, so they're spread far and few between. They don't really like talk that much. And Hal could also be seen a little bit like a black sheep in the family. So even though his relationship with his parents is very good, he's very close with them both. I think that they are mildly disappointed in him, and like they definitely were hoping that their eldest son was going to follow in their footsteps and join like the business career like they wanted him to. But he would prefer to be in the music career, just like Bottom, which I actually had forgotten that. Right now, he's a summer camp music teacher, and he enjoys playing the bass. I believe his favorite hobby, yes, is also music and dance. He just aspires to make music and share music and kind of be a free spirit. He doesn't really want to be held down by some type of bureaucratic job like it would be to work for his family. Again, despite the fact that he's very close with his parents, I'm sure he just kind of wants to be his own person and not be who they want him to be. So it will remain to be seen if they actually begin to punish him for this. That could also be a good reason why he is not close with his grandfather. In fact, they pretty much really dislike each other. I don't know if something actually happened in the game, but that's the story I'm going to go with, is that Consort is extremely disappointed in his eldest daughter's firstborn son, so that would be pretty realistic for Consort. Anyway, all that long-winded talking out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start the Friday to Sunday rotation with Hal, and we're just going to kind of get started. The first thing I see here is that the matchmaker's here. Oh my gosh. And Dirk and Hermia are both still here. Oh my goodness. Hermia, she must have had a custom hair that I deleted, so I'm going to have to fix that because she's supposed to have red hair. I don't know what happened. I'm going to fix Hermia's hair real quick. Alright, so I think Hermia, even though she's a mother of 2 children and she's getting older, she kind of wants something fun and funky, hence the weird pink bob she was rocking. So this is her hairstyle now. She dyed the ends purple. I think it's really cute, and I kind of touched up her makeup a little bit as well and gave her some clay eyebrows because thought they might look nicer. Anywho, so that's Hermia's. Oh my god! What is happening here? Okay, sorry, that scared me. So this is Hermia and Dirk's son, Dylan, who, yes, he did live here, and so I need to just clear them off with the bat box. But before I do that, something happened to Dylan's hair as well. And for the longest time, I kind of was using Pooklet and clay hairs, and I deleted a few Pooklet hairs, so maybe that's what happened. But anyway, I'm scared. We're gonna get rid of the dreamers. Let's just get rid of them. Okay, now that that fiasco is taken care of, Hal is up here. We're gonna start taking care of some needs. Being that it is Friday, it's past time for him to go to work, and I think it's because he just moved in today and got the job today. I think if I keep him home, it's not going to count as him skipping work because, again, he just got the job today. So fingers crossed we don't get a notification later saying, you skipped work, now you're fired. I wouldn't send him to work anyway because then it's just going to say that he's late. So we're just gonna, go on about our day, act like, yeah, you just got hired today. You can start on, what is it? He goes back to work on Monday. Okay, so he won't have to work during this round at all, which is nice and also not nice because he doesn't really have any money. But oh well, it's too late now. I've already made my decision. So one thing that I would like to do now for Hal is calculate what his secondary aspiration is going to be. I don't think I've chosen it for him, nope. And that way we can also give him some other lifetime aspiration benefits. Like I said before, I'm going to start doing this for all of the Sims in my Uberhood. I don't know why it took me so long to decide to start working with secondary aspirations because they are genuinely so much fun and they give some more depth to the Sim. So give me just a moment while I decide for Hal. Okay, so I just finished using the secondary aspiration calculator. I used the one made by Pleasant Sims, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that. And it turns out that Hal's secondary aspiration is going to be pleasure. And I'm conflicted on this for multiple reasons. His second, biggest number, I want to say, was for romance. And I have mixed feelings because in our last episode you may have seen that Bottom Summer Dream is a popularity and now secondary romance sim, and I don't really want to make Hal the exact same as her, but I was looking at his personality. He's sloppy, outgoing, kind of active, mostly serious, and kind of grouchy, so I'm not exactly sure that pleasure fits him either. I kind of see pleasure sims as being kind of funny and maybe little pranksters and stuff. Then again, it wouldn't really hurt to say that he can be a pleasure sim that is serious. Perhaps he's just maybe a little more selfish and, he kind of just only cares about himself having a good time. That's one way to look at it. I'm not sure. If you have any ideas on how to spin that story, let me know. But in the meantime, like, I can always change it later. I'm going to give him secondary pleasure. Just because that was, like, seriously, he had 27 points based on his interests for pleasure, so it makes sense. Alright, and then for his 3 others, I'd like to do business instinct, slower need. I like to work up their main aspiration tree first. Yeah, we'll just do these, okay? And so something I just noticed, yeah, okay, I definitely did do it. So I like to take off the days that the sim spent in university, so I tend to get them in as an adult, and then I remove 8 days, and I saw that in his bio, I wrote, academic probation will add 2 days to Hal's 8-day college lifespan, so I can erase that now, because it looks like I did do that. Oh, and for some reason I wrote desired career show business, although that is not the career he went into. That's alright. His lifetime aspiration, or want that is to have 20 simultaneous best friends. I suppose I'll leave that one for him. I don't know if that's something that is attainable for Hal because he is kind of grouchy, so he's not super easy to make friends with, and he really just strikes me as a lone wolf, to be honest with you. I think that the popularity part of his aspiration for Hal anyway, not every sim, but for Hal, it could kind of indicate maybe he just really wants people to like him because he grew up kind of under like the harsh thumb of the Cap family, and so it's really important to him that people like him. Either that, or it could all be, one and the same. He again grew up as a Cap, so he's just used to everyone being nice to him and kind of sucking up to him, if you will, because they want to be closer to his family. So that's an interesting thought process that I just pulled out of my head, so we'll go with that. It's Friday at noon, 12:30 to be exact, and he wants to have a party, and he wants to make out with Bottom. He wants to be friends with Grace Pleasant and Abjit. I think Depiesi, I'm sorry. I think throwing a party would be great. That is kind of the exact same thing that we did for Bottom's video, though. She threw a housewarming party for her first day in her first apartment. So I don't really want things to be the exact same. Perhaps we'll just go the other way and we'll ask Bottom on a date. I don't remember. I think she works at night, so hopefully she'll be available. Let's see. And I realize that this is, again, just kind of the same thing as Bottom's video, because in Bottom's episode, she and Hal went on a date as well, but maybe I'm just doing it in reverse. Community lot, please. And he called a taxi, and that's great. And I'll just lock in the want to have a party, and we could do that later. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, so I made a boo-boo. I wasn't paying attention. I usually know better than this, but I was not paying attention, and I used speed 3 while Hal sat on the couch waiting for the taxi, and I got the infamous "where were you" bug. This is like a glitch within the game. I think that when you use speed 3, the game mechanics think that there was much longer time between when you asked the sim on the date versus how much actual time it was. But, so now Bottom's pissed off at us. I can't believe you stood me up, don't call me again. And if you go into her relationship panel, you will see that she is, like, super, super pissed with him. Just for example, I want to summon her and see if I can look at her. Bottom. Look at her relationship panel. Yeah, so this is her relationship with him right now. She's furious with a 38 over 50. Oh, God. I can't let this happen because it was genuinely my mistake. I'm quite certain that someone has told me there's a mod to fix this before. I'm not sure. Maybe there's not, but anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to fix this myself. So I'm going to have to use some mods. We're going to use the Sim Blender to fix their relationship, for one thing. We're going to remove her furiousness. And we are going to make her relationship with Hal higher. Long term, 100. There you go. And so now everything is back to how it was. 100 over 100. Nobody's pissed off at each other. They did lose a chemistry bolt. Oh no, I wonder why that is. But it doesn't matter. For now, I'll make her unselectable. We're going to clear her off. We're going to try that whole thing again. Oh gosh, learn from my mistakes, everyone. Don't speed 3 while you're waiting for the taxi after you've asked somebody on a date. Okay, so I'm in the middle of deciding where I want Bottom and Hal to go for their date, and it is really occurring to me I desperately need to get some new community lots. There's no reason that I should have 5 places. I guess hobbies doesn't really count. 4 neighborhoods to choose from and no good community lots. I'm sick of downtown. I feel like we've used up every single good community lot downtown in each of our episodes. So instead, I guess we'll go maybe to like Strangetown. There's a restaurant in Strangetown called the Vineyard Restaurant. I think we went there once before. That's pretty much it. There's also the market, I think, in Veronaville, which is a renovated barn restaurant thing. Maybe we'll go there. I know we've been there before as well, but not as frequently. Oh yeah, and in the meantime, while I was having Hal kill time, he called his sister Miranda, and I think that they're friends now. Let me see. No, still not friends. Oh, I see. So Miranda must not feel as strongly about Hal as he does her. They'll become friends, especially because if you consider the fact that Miranda lives like 2 doors down, so that's nice. Okay, we're on our way to our date finally. Alrighty, so we have just arrived at the market. This is what it looks like. If you don't remember from, I think we visited here once or twice while we were still in the Veronaville rotation. I think that it's cute. Hal and Bottom are both from Veronaville originally. Oh look, Rip Grunt is here. So maybe they've been coming here since they were kids and they just wanted to like relive the nostalgia. Possibly. So we're going to suck face apparently. That's fine. There they go. How precious. I genuinely love them together, especially now that we know that Bottom is going to be having his baby. So a couple comments actually gave me some pretty interesting ideas, by the way, about Bottom's pregnancy, how I maybe could spin that when we go back to play her again. And the idea was brought up, I believe, that there's the possibility Bottom would not entertain the idea of keeping this child and that she may give it up for adoption or potentially not even go through with the pregnancy. So, you know, we'll worry more about that when we're actually playing Bottom. That's not really the point of Hal's episode today, but, you know, I am pondering those ideas. On that note, everyone's getting a little hungry. We're gonna go be seated, turn on all the lights, because it gets kind of dark in here. It's interesting, Mercutio Monte's here as well, but it's interesting that Rip is here. He's a little far from home, from over there in Pleasantview. And who's that? Dustin Broke. Look at that. I love when we have an ensemble cast. Anyway, it's kind of hard to see. Wait, where is Bottom? Where is our date? Oh, there she is. Okay, I got nervous for a second. Alright, we're gonna do Chef's Choice. Looks like Bottom is getting ribs again. That must be her favorite food. And in the meantime, we'll do a little blow kiss. He could do a surprise engagement, like proposal that is, right now, but I don't know. Part of me really thinks that Bottom just isn't ready for this, and I don't know if Hal is picking that up either. Like, maybe he can tell. Sorry about the walls, guys. But maybe he can tell that Bottom is just not really in a place for that right now. So, I don't know. I have so many feelings about it. Oh, and I just realized something else. I forgot completely that Bottom Summer Dream has a romance going on with Mercutio right now. So the fact that he is here could spell issues for us. He may randomly decide to get jealous. I have ACR, which, you know, like for most people, like most Sims that is, depending on their aspiration, their jealousy is different. And I think that Mercutio's jealousy is set to only if they're engaged or married. But even so, I've noticed if my Sims are on a date, that system will still just bork itself, and he may decide to randomly get upset, even though he's already seen us. So we're just gonna keep going with the date like Mercutio isn't just standing there staring at us. Okay. He's walking away. Oh my goodness gracious. That was stressful. Alright, so the dinner portion of the date is over with, and Hal was checking Bottom out, I guess. They want to now sing a duet, which I think is really cute. We have some karaoke machines over here, but they're both occupied by Rip and Mercutio. Just take a minute to appreciate this right here. Okay. Alright, oh, looks like Mercutio's done. We need to get out of this alleyway in between the kitchen, so maybe come over here. There you go. This lot is super weird. I didn't know what to do with it, and I renovated this like 2 years ago, so if it's odd, that's why. And now we're just gonna go straight for it, because they've been wanting to do this for a while. Looks like some townies are aging. Michelle has 2 days before her birthday. Sophie will grow up in just 1 day. Very nice. Oh, Rip just said hello. Oh gosh, now she wants to woohoo. I mean, trust me, that can be arranged. I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in for her so that she doesn't have to re-roll it again. I really wanted them to sing that duet, though. We can do that here, I think. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, never mind. As soon as I go for a machine, they start to get utilized. Alright, it's fine. Where can they woohoo? Because they don't have a car. It says sofa. I'm scared, but let's see which sofa that is. Oh, God. Just right in the middle. No. You know, my Sims live in a world where... We're just gonna put that wall up. They live in a world where, nudity does not scare them. Doesn't faze them, that is to say. Normally I would, like, make bottom selectable so that there's a chance of risky woohoo, but again, as we already know, she's already been inseminated. So, no need for that. Okay, there you go. Alright, all done. Oh, Dustin just got a little bit of a reaction. Okay, so what's nice is that we're already up to a dream date, and it's dark outside, so the lighting looks better. Let's sing with Bottom. Oh, she just met Dustin Brooke for the first time. Oh, how absolutely precious. And see, they are 2 musicians. Bottom is an aspiring singer, and Hal is, you know, well, he's in the music career. He plays the bass. I don't really know if he's going to be, like, in a band. And I don't, as cute as it would be for these two to become, like, a musical duo, I don't think that that's something that Bottom wants, because I can definitely see Bottom wanting, like, her own fame, and I'm not sure that she would be willing to share it with anyone else, not even a bandmate. So, and also, again, going back on her kind of, like, commitment issues, it's a possibility that she wouldn't want to be in a band with her lover anyway. Okay, so that's nice. Just some more introspective thought. We're gonna go ahead and end the date, I suppose. Like I said, it's already at a dream date, so... And I went through the whole date without having Hal propose to Bottom. There we go. He wants to buy jewelry. I must have some jewelry on the lot. I'll go check it out. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Over here by the plant farm. Alright, so this is the menu for the jewelry, and I don't know why this model is wearing the little propeller hat. That is so funny. Anyway, so Hal already has, like, some facial piercings and stuff. Maybe he'll get, like, a watch. I think these look nice on my male Sims. It might clip with his jacket a little bit. Let's see, that's left. I think this is your right hand. Oh, I didn't know it was in speed 3. Alright. Oh, look who's here. He's gonna go greet Fallon Beaker. Fallon Beaker is the eldest son of Loki and Cersei over in Strange Town. Look at him, just living his best life. Lucy Goth is here. Cassandra Curious is here. They're both pregnant. I completely forgot Cassandra was pregnant again. Oh, and you're gonna go use the bathroom. I think at this point we'll just go ahead and go home. Oh no, it's raining inside the building. As a pleasure sim, he's now rolling some wants, like make drinks and dine out with Sim. So that's nice and all, but we're gonna go ahead and go home. Looks like Bottom is leaving as well. He just met Cassandra Curious for the first time, or he's trying to, I think. She's not really oh, because the unsavory charlatan is getting her. Oh, Cassandra, don't fall for it. Okay. Good for you. She's a little too logical for that. She's like, nope, you're not getting me, scumbag. Okay, and now we're on the way home. Okay, so it looks like a member of your household has brought home a new video game. Well, I definitely didn't buy a video game, so that's nice, but anywho. Hal has just gotten home. It's 11 p.m. Friday night. He didn't stay out too late. He could have stayed out later because he doesn't work in the morning. But we're just going to take care of some needs, send him to bed. He actually does want to make drinks, and I do believe there's a bar out here, but all of the neighbors have gone to bed, so I think we're just going to call it a night. It'd be kind of sad for him to just be out here all alone. Sorry, I didn't mean to zoom in on Hal as he was stepping out of the shower. I realized how creepy that was. I just very quickly was trying to see if he had body hair because I realized that I have a body hair overlay here. And he does. I did give him his body hair. Okay, good night, Hal. See you in the morning. Okay, good morning. It is 6 a.m. Hal is just now waking up, and we did have a flower delivery overnight. Dear Hal, I never knew two Sims like us could share such happy hours. Each lovely second's memory smells sweeter than these flowers. I have dream dates all the time, so I always get the bouquets, but I never get tired of them. Okay, so it's pretty early for, like, you know, someone Hal's age to be awake on a Saturday morning, but, you know, that's fine. Especially when you don't have work, but that's okay. He's just getting an early start to his day. He's still thinking about throwing this party, so I guess that's something we could do this evening. That would make a lot of sense. There's not a whole lot for Hal to do right now, so I'm just going to have him call. This is what I usually default to when I don't know what else for like my Sims to do to fill their time, is to build up their relationships. So I usually will sort by friendship, and then I look to see who, like, the next person, like how close that person is to becoming their next friend, and it's his sister Miranda. He is also friends with Bo Broke, though, and their relationship's not super high, so we'll call and speak with him, make sure we don't lose that relationship. Bo is still in college, so there's quite an age difference between Hal and Bo, but, you know, Bo kind of grew up around the Cap household again because he dated Desdemona throughout their teenage years. So it's nice to think that Hal and Bo are going to remain friends, even though Bo kind of broke Desdemona's heart, if you will. Not that she really had one, but she's pretty pissed off at Bo, let's just say that. So I did decide to have Hal start working on the skills that he needs for his next promotion, and usually this goes quite against what I tend to do because I tend to only have them study skills if they either have the want to or the want to get a promotion, or if their lifetime want is to, like, reach the top of that career. Of course, none of those things are true for Hal at this moment, but like I was saying before, I think that it makes sense for him, in the music career that is, to kind of, like, be trying to get his own independence and his own, not necessarily fame, but just kind of to have his own thing separate from his family. And I think it makes sense that he would want to work on that. But we're gonna have to take a break because somebody's calling. And it is some guy named Campbell Dalton. So Campbell Dalton, I believe, is just a townie. I'm sure I've seen him around before, but I don't really know who that is. Or why he was calling, so that's fine. Oh, I forgot, it's Saturday morning, so we're gonna have a weekend apartment gathering with the building residents. Unfortunately for us, the only other person that lives in this building is Joe Carr. Nobody has come to fill the old apartment of Dirk and Hermia, and for some reason this one up here is empty as well. I genuinely don't remember if I ever had a Sim living in this one. I don't think that I did. Oh no, I did. This is where Angela and Dustin used to live. At least I think that she lived here with Dustin for a little while, with their firstborn daughter. And I guess nobody ever moved in after they moved out. I never noticed that. Anyway, so it's back to our skill building for us. We have the charisma point that we needed. Now we need 3 mechanical skill points. And I'm kind of scoping out the area to see if a pizza was delivered, and I don't think that it is getting a pizza delivered, which makes me sad. Looks like he made hamburgers instead. I didn't even know that was an option. You know what, I'm just gonna bring that hamburger inside for Hal. We're gonna say that the landlord dropped it off and went like, hey, I made these, but nobody wanted them, do you want some? And now he has a free lunch, because he's broke, so I'm not gonna turn his nose up at a free cheeseburger. Okay, so it's 6 p.m. and Hal just aged up another day. That is the last time he's going to age up in this round, so now he is 28 days from becoming an elder. What is the deal with the bookshelf? He keeps doing that. Who's calling now? Oh, this time it's his sister Ariel. He's very close with her. She wants to go downtown. Well, I did plan on having that party, but this could be better, because I don't know who else Ariel is bringing to the event. And this apartment's kind of small. It'd be kind of difficult to have a fun party here anyway. So I guess we're gonna go downtown. That was a fun surprise for me. I'll just have Hal take a nap until it's time for him to go. Alright, so we are at one of my favorite places, the bowling alley. And it looks like we have brought Rip Grant, Goneril, Cap, Desdemona, Albany. Okay, this is a family gathering. Miranda. So it was all Caps except for Rip. Rip is the odd man out. That's fine. Hal is over here talking to Ariel. And I'm gonna be interested to see who, if any of them, Rip decides he wants to go out with. Like, because Rip is a romance sim. He might be a father, he might have a live-in girlfriend, but that's not gonna stop him. I think that he may even already have a romantic history with Miranda. Let's see, because he's trying to get to her. I don't know, he's just gossiping. I guess we'll find out later. I don't remember anymore. In the meantime, we'll just kind of maybe do some stuff. He wants to ask us him on an outing. Well, you're kind of doing that already. Let's play Kicky Bag with our sister Miranda. Oh, Crystal Vu is here. Hi. Oh god, not our parents making out in front of us. It's a bit cringe. Oh gosh, she said no. Well, that's awkward. Maybe let's try with your sister who actually likes you. She said yes. Here we go. This is why everybody goes to the bowling alley to play Kicky Bag. Out in the parking lot. Makes sense to me. Oh my gosh, Bo! Or not Bo. Oh my gosh. Buck Grunt is here. You know what? Bo, Buck, and they kind of look the same. Give me a break. Alright, looks like Miranda wants to join in now. Well, that should not be allowed because you told us no the first time. But, okay. But, you know what? They're all having a good time, so who am I? Now he wants to play with Ariel. For a serious sim, he is very playful. I wonder if that's got anything to do with his pleasure sim once. Alright guys, stop hollering in my ear, my goodness. I play in red hands. Now he wants to ask us on a date. He's gonna get stuck in this little cycle here. He's gonna keep rolling once for Ariel, I believe. Oh, yeah, I was right. Now he wants to entertain her. And eventually it will get back to the social cycle of starting over with the play. How much do you want to bet? Yeah, tickle. I knew it. I knew it. I'll do one more, and then after that we have to move on. We can't just only talk to Ariel. Yeah. Alright, so now we're going to... Oh, hey, there's Grace Pleasant. We're gonna maybe talk to our father. There you go. I like how the entire group is just out here. Is there anyone inside? Crystal Vu is here. Juliet is here. Juliet Monty. Aww. And some creepy woman. Chloe. Tank Grunt! I didn't even see him. So Tank and Bo are here. That's cute. And Rip. Oh my god, I just noticed. All of the Grunt brothers are here. Maybe we should go talk to Rip. Have you ever met him before? I'm not sure. They almost kind of resemble each other, don't they? Their hair just a little bit. They have met. They just aren't, like, really friends. Oh no, I'm sorry. I take it back. I think they just met today. For the first time. I could see Rip and Hal being friends, but Rip is a bit older. They don't really have all that much in common. Aside from maybe, like, the demanding parent situation, but it's not even really that similar because Hal is very close with his parents, whereas we all know about the drama between Rip and General Buzz and his brothers, which that's mostly kind of been resolved. If you watched I think, which episode was it? It was where Bo and Jill, I keep calling him Bo, oh my gosh, Buck and Jill got married in the Strangetown episode. Rip did have a tiny bit of reconciliation with his father, a little bit. They kind of basically called a truce. That's really what it was. So that's nice, I guess. It remains to be seen. I'll have to go back and play Rip if he wants to actually talk to his father. But General Buzz really wants to be in his grandkid's life, so... yeah, that's kind of the buzz on that. Alright, he's getting hungry. It's almost midnight, but he doesn't work in the morning, so... I guess we'll keep him out. If I get seated... oh gosh. Rip and Miranda. All of our tables are currently full. That is not true. Is it because, yeah, I think the group wants to sit with me too? Is that why? What? What if I say be seated at counter? Is it the same problem? Alright, well, looks like this restaurant is refusing service. For Rip, oh my god, no! For Hal, not Rip. You know what I mean. I'm sorry. I'm usually so much better with the names, but I'm having a hard time. There's too many Sims here today. Wow, Hal's good at bowling. They get skill points from this, I'm not sure what. I think maybe body? That would make sense, I suppose. Well, now that I know he's not going to be able to eat here, we're probably going to need to send him home pretty soon. Crystal, you are so cute. She wants to talk to Hal. I'll hold the phone. Oh my god. Do Ariel and Rip have a crush on each other? No! Was that what that was? Oh my god, I think it was. Because remember when I played the university episode, I was very confused why Ariel and Rip were friends. And I think that he just hit on her. Oh my gosh, no! Not Ariel! The reason that I don't think that Rip and Ariel would be a good fit at all is because she is kind of romantic ingenue, if that's the word I'm looking for. She has had her first kiss, and that's basically it. And she's in college, so like this would be her first time like being in any kind of real relationship with anyone, and I just don't think Rip is the man for that. No, absolutely not. And he's older. Like I can't help but feel like that almost feels like a situation where he would be taking advantage of her. I don't like that at all. No, ma'am. And especially the fact that he's already romancing her sister Miranda. Like, it's just gross. So on that note, we're going to say Hal saw this, and look at him. He really is looking at Rip. And he's disgusted. He's very upset. As the eldest son of the family, he's not the eldest, you know, he's Miranda's older, but you know what I mean. He's a firstborn son. I think that he takes his sister's safety very seriously. And he feels quite protective over them, and he can kind of clock Hal for, oh my god. He can kind of clock Rip for exactly what he is, kind of like a dirtbag who just doesn't treat women very well. And he's gonna have something to say about that, so we are going to have to be a little mean. What are we gonna do? We're gonna argue. Let's argue. No! Not with Crystal! That was an accident, so now we pissed off Crystal. Whoopsie daisies. Come on, Rip. Come on, Rip. He's like, hey, like, I see what you're doing. I already know about, like, your history between my other sister Miranda, and now you think you can, you know, take advantage of my little sister Ariel? I don't think so. Like, that's not acceptable. I'm sure he would not use nice words like that, but he's like, hey, stay away from her. And Rip is like, dude, like, don't even... I'm sure that Rip thinks it's funny at a certain point. He's like, dude, like, you're younger than me. I know so much more than you. I'm sure that's how Rip would feel. Rip is not the king of making good decisions, okay? We all know this. Oh, gosh. And then right in front of this... This is a mess. This is a mess. Goneril, get out of the way. Miranda just kind of saw that whole exchange, and she was like, I don't know what's going on between you guys, but you need to chill. And she went and flirted with Rip, despite the fact she's married, but who cares, right? Married schmarried. At this, Hal is fed up and is gonna say goodbye to everybody. He's pretty upset. There you go. And Ariel said that was cool. We're gonna go ahead and call the taxi. I stayed way later than I meant to. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And now Hal's round is basically over. So that was fun. Quite a lot happened here. He is mildly upset, like, not like angry per se, but like he's just annoyed with Rip. He's like, I need him to not try to sleep with all of my sisters. You know, Miranda's older and she is an adult. It's her decision at the end if she wants to be involved with Rip. But like I was saying before, I just kind of see Ariel as like being a little bit naive, especially when it comes to romance. So if she falls for Rip, that's just going to be dangerous for her, and Hal knows this. Because Hal is a guy, and he's totally the type of man who would be like, you don't understand, as your brother, like, I'm a guy, like, I know what Rip is thinking. I know what he's thinking. And you don't want to get involved with a guy like that. I imagine that's something that he'd say to her. Alright, let's go home. Okay, so it is 4 o'clock in the morning. And Hal is worn out, but he's also very hungry. I'm gonna see if I can get him to eat anything. This man has, like, only been eating cereal. And then after this, he's just gonna, I mean, yeah, he's just gonna go to bed. He can shower when he wakes up in the morning. Yeah, he had quite an eventful day. He stayed out longer with that group gathering than he did when he was on a date with Bottom. But you know what? Good for you. So I was going to wait for Hal to wake up before we left, but I think I'm just going to leave it here because it's already 9 o'clock in the morning and I don't want to take up any more time from his next rotation. So we're just going to say that's the end for Hal's round, and it was quite eventful. It was kind of, you know, just kind of getting started as far as Hal living on his own. Like I said, he is 28 days from becoming an elder. He is still level 4 in the music career, and he still wants to have that party and get married to Bottom Summer Dream. So it remains to be seen. We'll have to wait until we play with either Bottom or Hal next time. To be fair, it'll be sooner than it was getting back here because since Bottom and Hal both live in Pleasantview, when I begin the Pleasantview rotation, I'm just going to go in order this time so that we'll be playing all of the Pleasantview families at once. So basically, Bottom and Hal are going to be at the end of the Pleasantview round, not the entire rotation, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but I feel like it makes sense in my head, so that's all that matters. Yeah. So otherwise, nothing really happened. We went on a date and we had a nice outing where he kind of met Rip Grunt and found out that Rip is kind of possibly being a little bit like predatory on his little sister, which, you know, his little sister is little sister, but she is an adult, so if Ariel decides she wants to be romantically involved with Rip, then that's her prerogative. But Hal knows better. That's all he can really say. He's older, he knows better, and hopefully he can try to convince his sister, or at least convince Miranda to convince her sister to not get involved. I don't think Miranda would be willing to share anyway, so there's that. On that note, we are going to get out of here. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you liked today's episode, please feel free to leave a like and a subscribe. I hate saying that, but apparently it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. That's what people say, so I'm just going to say it. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, your night, whatever it is for you. I'll see you in the next one real soon. Bye-bye!